Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 1! Hasn't it been such a long time? More than half a year, maybe. Yeah, I have been missing this show, and saying that is the biggest understatement I will probably ever make in my life. The only consolation I can think of is that this must be, going into this, it'll probably be like seeing the finale of Season 2 on TV and then waiting a real life amount of time for Season 3 to premiere on the TV again. Like, I'm getting the real viewer experience by leaving such a big gap. But alas, it is what it is. I took several months away from doing reactions just because it was a mental health break that never seemed to end. As in, I always needed to extend it. And I know you guys would rather I look after myself than push myself. And so that's what I did. Like, I allowed Atticus to upload his little random videos every now and then. I've popped up now and then with a skit of my own, just to keep the channel alive, basically. But this month, as you saw with the MLP movie and the Ruby stuff, reactions are coming back. It's a slow but steady process. Yeah, I feel good. That's the main important thing. I feel in a good mental place. I feel ready to get back to content I've been sorely missing, and I'm ready to get my YouTube career back on track. So, a big part of that is bringing back one of my current flagship series, Once Upon a Time, which has become one of my favourite live-action series of all time. It's just masterfully made so far, at least according to my personal tastes. The premise was interesting from the start, then wonderful characters got introduced. The series is full of sharp dialogue, greatly directed scenes and camera work. It looks gorgeous, especially some of the effects for its time. Like, I never had a problem. I always thought the show looked stunning. Yet everybody seems perfectly cast for the character that they are playing, both in the storybook context and in the Storybrooke context. So yeah, I definitely remember all the stuff we went through with Tamara and her ilk in the last season. I remember all the headache. I remember everything about all of that whole fiasco. And we've got a Henry rescue mission on our hands. Now, the thing that excited me most, and is the part I've been kicking myself the most for not immediately reacting to Season 3 all those months ago, is the fact we've got this big group all working together, consisting of my favourite characters in the show. We've got Gold/Rumple, we've got Regina, we've got Emma, we've got Hook. We've got them all on the same boat together. And that's fantastic. They're all going on a Save Henry trip to Neverland because on Peter Pan's bit of paper, for some reason, it has Henry's face on it, which is concerning. So, I am excited to see where this is going to go. I was told that the Wonderland miniseries can sort of run concurrently to this and fill in some information here and there, and that was alright to watch it on my own instead of reacting. But because I was told it wasn't necessary, it's just like extra helpful details, I haven't actually got around to seeing that. So while I'm only 1 or 2 episodes in, depending on how things go right now, feel free to let me know in the comments if it's absolutely necessary for me to do that. Even if it's just a little necessary, you know, just let me know. I want input and feedback and such. So if you think that I would benefit from watching that, then let me know. But yeah, I don't have any more fluff to talk about, just that I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be watching this awesome series again. And I just know it's going to give me a good time. So let's go. Oh boy! I knew it. I knew this would happen. Once Upon a Time only does bangers. They only do bangers. So far, at least, for me. But I knew we'd open strong. I knew it. I knew we'd open strong. Really great ocean scenes. Loved the chaos going on the boat, especially when everyone started hitting each other. It was borderline comical, but at the same time, I felt the genuine frustration that everybody was letting out on each other. like I say, I think that's been building for so long. Mary Margaret finally punching Regina. I think she's wanted to do that for a long time, and this was just the perfect opportunity to do so. Very fascinating and cool that the storm was working like the way Wendigos work in MLP, which is basically the more hatred and distrust or discord that you're feeling, it makes the storm above you grow wilder, and you calm it down by becoming amicable or friendly with each other again. And interesting to see a mean twist on mermaids. I think we'll get more of them later on, because their appearance was a little bit too short this time, except for the conversations with the hostage. I think as a faction, they might come back later. I think this is going to be the window into being introduced to Once Upon a Time's version of Ariel. I think now they've introduced mermaids, there's no way they can't reference Ariel. So that's where I think we're going with that. It'd be funny if that was Ariel that they had as a hostage, and then they meet the mermaids or something, and they're like, "Oh, this is the princess." Like, they're the ones that held me captive. Blah blah blah, and cause all sorts of drama with that. I don't know. But the thing that's the couple of things that stick out to me the most. Is more development between Hook and Emma. I really enjoyed that nice bit of bonding they had going over them both missing Neil / Balefire. I thought that was really sweet, and it's a conversation I wanted them to have, so I'm happy that it was included. I really enjoyed Henry having the agency of going on this little adventure off with who we now know is Pan, but at first I was like, oh crap, Henry's doing all this great stuff in keeping their escape mission going. Like, Henry has grown into quite the little badass, and he was being deceived, bless him, but that twist completely threw me off. Like, whoa, like, fair enough, a random character showing up and offering their help after zero introduction, yeah, kind of sus. Like, so if they ever turn around and say, oh, actually, I'm not on your side, it's not really that big of a surprise. But what really surprised me was flat out saying that he was Pan. Okay, I did not expect that at all. I didn't think we'd be jumping straight into meeting the guy, and his thing makes total sense. That he wants, like, the heart of a pure believer, and we know that that's been at the core of Henry's character since episode 1, season 1. So that is absolutely fitting, and as he said, you literally proved to me that you're the right guy I'm thinking of, because your belief floated us on the pixie dust. The proof is in the pudding, or the proof is in the pixie dust. Oh, I really love as well the way Emma got everybody teamed up to go on this search party. With saying, like, we don't have to get along, we don't have to be friends, We just have to team up. This is about combining forces military-wise, not coming together friend-wise. That can come later, maybe. But for now, everybody's on side except Rumpel, who's gone off on his own kamikaze mission. And he's like, I know that Pan can probably kill me, but I'm going to take a lot of you bastards down with me. Like, proving why I love him so much. Yeah, I don't know if it's a detail I missed from a previous episode, because it has been months, by the way, since I've seen Once Upon a Time. I would love for Heidi to remind me if we have seen that doll before, or if we're just meant to assume that it belonged to Neil. That would be great. I can't remember if it ever came up. Emma with the ballsy suicide plan, like I'm just gonna jump into this water and let the fates bring them together so that they stop fighting, and maybe they'll actually rescue me. Like that was a big leap of faith for Emma to take. And I do like how that tied in with Rumpel telling her that, oh, you've never, never taken a true leap of faith. And then she literally leaps off the side of the boat with faith in her heart that they would work together to save her. There's these little things about Once Upon a Time that get to me like this. Like the thread between Emma and Hook bonding over Neil, and then Neil and Mulan bonding over regretting not letting their feelings be known. That was really cool. And yeah, I totally expected at some point that the wheels would come off for Tamara and Greg. I knew that things weren't going to end well for them. But given the fact that we were directly on their heels at the end of the previous season, you'll have to forgive me for not expecting them to just be dealt with immediately. Like, oh, I thought you were here for the long haul. No, you're just gonna die. You're just gonna have your shadow take. Okay, fine. Bye. Like, okay, cool. Don't have to see you anymore. Like, yeah, just I'm sorry, Tamara. It was kind of unavoidable, alone with the man who believes that you killed his son, who has the power to kill you, and not much of a moral compass without Belle around. It's good night. Like that wasn't going to end any other way. And after the way I watched him crush his own wife's heart, this was like child's play in comparison, really. Oh my goodness. Oh. And as I said, I really loved that Robin Hood held in his heart the fact that he had been saved, and that he decided he did owe Rumpelstiltskin a favor. That is super cool and big of him. And I love how Neil always has like a line for everything. It's like, oh, I'm going to cash in on that, thank you. Like, let me have a look around. Great call with the fact that there had been an item left behind for him to use, and he was able to use it to see that Emma is in Neverland. So now Neil will be on a mad dash to get to Neverland and have his big reunion with Emma before everybody goes back home, I bet. But yeah, I loved how much of a complete package this opener was. It set the scene of where each character is and what they're doing. I feel like a good amount of screen time was devoted to each. And I really feel like we're already chugga-chugging along the direction. We're on a path, and I like it. I like it. The aim and direction of the season has been set right away, and we are going along it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, as I say, as far as jumping back into this, perfect to start off with a premiere. It really is. Because this sort of re-establishes me with the current status quo going on, the interactions happening between the characters, and this is the setup of what we're going to be dealing with in Season 3. And it looks very good. I'm looking forward to continuing it. And I shall see you guys next time.